This weekend, Frozen 2 hits theaters, and I know for the next 6 months, the soundtrack is going to be on loop in my van with my kids. So today we're going to stop and rank all 8 Frozen 2 songs from the worst to the best. Hi, my name is Sean, and I love to talk about movies way too much, and today we're going to be talking about music way too much. With that in mind, go ahead and join me down below in the comment section. Share your ranking of all 8 songs. Music is even more subjective than movies, so let's be sure to be respectful down there in the comment section. Also, let me know if you want me to do more videos like this. I've never done a video like this before, so it should be a lot of fun, especially because I've kind of been known to break into Disney songs before.
I can show you the world, shining, shining, splendid. Love's an open door.
One final thing before we get started, credit for the idea for this video goes to Scott Sullivan. He suggested the idea over on Twitter. I'm very active over on Twitter, so if you want to join the online discussions that I'm a part of, ask me a question, Twitter is a great place to do that. With that said, let's get started. In last place is Reindeer Are Better Than People, the rehashed song. It's not really a song. Technically speaking, this is a song in the movie and on the soundtrack, but it's much more just musical filler and a rehash, of course, of a song that we got in the first movie. But in and of itself, it's not a particularly memorable song. It does kind of make the Christophe character kind of quirky and interesting. It adds to him, but it's not really a song. Coming in at number 7 is When I'm Older, the Olaf song. I'm not a particularly big fan of Olaf songs. The scenes they're in are fun and add to the movies. The songs themselves, not as interesting to me. In this case, I thought In Summer was a much wittier song. Both of the Olaf songs kind of use his naivety and his interest in things that he doesn't understand as the butt of the joke, and inherently a snowman wanting a tan is a lot funnier than a naive person thinking that grown-ups know everything. Next up is All Is Found, the Exposition song. This song gives a whole bunch of information that our two leads need throughout the course of the film. Literally, when all is lost, as the song says, this song will inform them of what they need. It's the Tolkien ballad of the Frozen franchise, and what I mean by that is it sounds like a song that could be in The Hobbit or The Lord of the Rings. Melodically, it's actually pretty interesting with what they do with it, but it's not really the type of song I'm likely to just sit down and listen to on my own. Kicking off the top 5 is The Next Right Thing, the message of the movie song. One of the fun things that musicals are able to do is through song have the characters overtly state the message of the movie. In this case, when things change, when you don't know what to do the next right thing. We all know what to do when things are the same, when things don't change, but what about in times of uncertainty when things are hard? Do the next right thing. It's a message that's profound enough, yet simple enough, that can be useful for my 5-year-old daughter, as well as being advice that most adults actually probably need to hear and apply. And as this is a musical, they're allowed to repeat their message for about 3 minutes straight to the audience. It's also the most acty of the songs on the soundtrack, the ones that's acted the most inside of the performance. All of the songs on the soundtrack fit well into the scenes inside of the movie, but this one, the performance itself, doesn't really make any sense unless you've seen the film and know why Kristen Bell is crying the first half of the song. But if you remove kind of its importance to the story and how it's kind of a cool musical number, as in musical, the genre, the song itself, I don't think is that impactful. Number 4, Some Things Never Change, the theme establishing song. When I first watched the movie and this number came on and I heard the chorus, I immediately thought to myself, I bet some things are about to change and they won't be the same at the end of the movie. This is a classic first act musical song. One of the cool things that musicals can do that most genres can't is the songs allow the characters to say and sing exactly what they're thinking, so you can get 15 minutes worth of character development in just 3 minutes. So it's very common to have a song early on inside of a musical that kind of has the whole cast joining in, saying exactly where they are at, establishing the theme of the movie, in this case, change, and letting us know exactly how that theme ties in with each of the characters and their character arc for the film. Here, they're able to do that in 3 minutes and 29 seconds. While it's definitely catchy and gets the job done, I find it's more of the quality of the songs in the Frozen shorts rather than the iconic songs of the first act of the first film. Real quick before I give you my top 3, comment down below if you'd like for me to do more videos like this. I actually had a lot more fun writing this and putting this video together than I was anticipating. It was a lot more natural than I was expecting since I've never done something like this before. Also, so you know, yesterday I ranked the Disney revival era of animated films. That's the last 10 years. And then this upcoming Tuesday, I'm going to rank the post-Renaissance, the movies from the first 10 years of this century. I'd love it if you tune back in on Tuesday to check that out. In third place is Lost in the Woods, the 80s song. When I first watched the movie and heard these songs for the first time, this absolutely was the standout of the bunch. It is a dead ringer for the songs it is taking inspiration from. From the lyrics to the melody to the harmonies to the arrangements, it is a perfect style match. Just like how the song That Thing You Do is the best early 60s pop rock song that came out in the 90s, this is the best REO Speedwagon song that they never wrote. It also matches the style of music videos from that time that just makes for a nice unexpected turn inside of the film. And once again, in true musical fashion, it allows us to kind of get inside the mind of a character and make him stand out in a story where he's not really the focus. One final fun surprise with this one is during the end credits, Weezer does a version of this song, and they've been one of my favorite bands. At least they were way back in the day. I saw them live 4 times in 2001 and 2002, so I just loved hearing them show up in the credits of a Disney movie. Our runner-up, Into the Unknown, the new Let It Go. Like Let It Go before it, each of these movies likes to give Elsa a big ballad to establish that kind of internal conflict inside of her. And also, like Let It Go, this is the song with the big chorus hook that you'll be belting out at random after watching the movie. Also, it has the equally catchy part, which will also be stuck in your head. I actually really love it when songs are able to use music cues inside of the movie, kind of as a plot device that also incorporates into the music of the musical. So I love that little part. One more fun one with this one. As soon as the credits started rolling, they started playing this pop version of this song, and I thought to myself, is that Josh Gad singing this? Like, is the Olaf version of Into the Unknown? It's not. It's Panic at the Disco, which makes a whole lot more sense than my Olaf theory. But coming in at number 1 is Show Yourself, the better new Let It Go. Now, Into the Unknown is the catchier ballad, but for me, this is the song that was a more emotionally resonant and musically interesting. From the piano melody throughout to the syncopated chorus to the incorporation of All Is Found as well as the ahs to the subtle, slowly ascending key changes, this was the most meticulously crafted song in the movie, which fits perfectly with where the song takes place in the movie and what it's doing with the Elsa character as she's starting to put together the pieces of everything that she learned about herself throughout these 2 movies and understanding who she is and her place in the world and kind of getting some of that closure. The song itself is pulling pieces throughout the soundtrack and pulling them together in a way that just makes the song itself sing big and communicates exactly what's going on with the character and exactly what the lyrics themselves are saying about her. So for me, this was the most interesting song. It worked inside of the movie. It's a great example of what musicals are able to do and able to use music in an interesting and different way inside of films. So for me, it comes in at number 1. Remember to let me know if you want me to do more videos like this where I rank songs inside of musicals down below in the comment section. Also remember to come back on Tuesday as I rank the Disney post-Renaissance. That should be a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching, and keep talking movies too much.